down someone's foot and kind of sprained a little ligament in there. So, I mean, it's kind of an injury that takes time to heal, but unfortunately I don't really have too much time, so I just got to get my treatment and get taped up and play through it now. Yeah, just because the next day, coming off the injury, is kind of a bad day to go full speed on it. So I had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday we had an easier practice, so I kind of had 3 days to let it heal. So now I'm just kind of starting to get back into it. I don't know, probably anywhere between 70-75% right now. Okay. But I think when the game starts and adrenaline kicks in, it'll go up, and I think I'll be fine. Man, it's tough. This is my first game I've ever had to miss here so far due to an injury or anything. So watching them fight real hard like that against the Lutes and the game going back and forth, and I think we ended up losing by like 11 or something. And I like to think maybe I could have helped create plays or score between 11 and 15 points to help us win. So it was real tough to watch my teammates go out there and not be able to go to war with them. But like I said, I think I'll be back this week. I think our energy was real good, and we had people step up. And our finish, we could have finished a lot more baskets. It was kind of, we had some close chip shots that we missed, and Irvin for them I think he had 33, and when we watched the film, they were just way too easy. We weren't really fronting him in the post or anything. He was kind of just getting the ball however he wanted, where he wanted, being able to do whatever he wanted to do. Like you said, Ben did a great job. I like Kaylor Zimmerman. I mean, he's a junior, he's a new guy, but he definitely stepped up, and he was on a little roll in the second half, but then he got fouled pretty hard and messed up his nose and lip, so that kind of hurt us. And then I think DJ Anderson, both of our point guards have been stepping up. Pat Fisher coming in the starting lineup, creating a lot of assists, driving, kicking, driving, and finishing. So a lot of guys are starting to step up. Yeah. I mean, obviously the crowd. I think Augie has a pretty good crowd. Last year we played, there was a packed house, so we got to play through some adversity. There's people yelling at you, people not wanting you to win, and maybe even refs not on your side. And Augustine is a great team too, and Wayne State. Wayne State beat us last year in the playoffs, so we got to be prepared just to take it one game at a time, go on the road, treat our bodies right, and be ready to play back to back. We haven't really scouted them too much yet. I know Augustana, just from playing them last year, they have 2 top players in the league. They're post and a wing, and they just play hard basketball. And with Wayne State, I mean, people can look over them sometimes, but you never know in this league. St. Cloud just beat us easily, and then they beat Crookston, and we beat Crookston by like 28. So Wayne State can be a team that can sneak up on you. Like I said, they beat us last year in the playoffs when they were the last seed. So we just got to be ready to go, and we'll know more when we start scouting, I think, today and tomorrow.
It was difficult to say the least, to have Brock, sitting on the sidelines, but possibly it could be a good thing for us down the road, where our guys had to, step up their overall games collectively, step out of their maybe their roles with Brock in the lineup, and into a new role of I need to get things done. I need to be a better scorer. I need to get more shots. I need to be more aggressive, and maybe even get some more confidence from those other guys as well. You always want all of your players to play with a great deal of confidence, and when you take away your best player, you got to step outside the box a little bit. So maybe down the road this could help us in a strange way.
Did you?
I mean, it's tough to predict any outcomes when you're without a player such as Brock. But to be in a position where it's tied up with 5-6 minutes to go with Duluth, and have an opportunity to close one out. I think it's saying something about the other guys on the team that they can compete. Now, did we close it out? No. Did we play well down the stretch? Not really. But we put ourselves in that position, which is I think a positive in itself. So I think a lot of guys did perform, maybe at a higher level than they were performing, and that needs to continue. Well, it's certainly shaken, but after every loss, there was a little bit of that. But one of the things that you as a coach try to instill is that no matter if you win or lose, you gotta have that same tough mindset. If you lose, you don't need to feel less of yourselves because you lost a ball game. You need to figure out what you need to do to win the next game. And if you win the game, you can't be too high on yourself either. That you can't be beat if you're not doing the little things to take care of trying to be successful. So it doesn't matter what the outcomes are. You still got to get back to work and try to perform at a high level every single night you step on the court. Well, first Friday, Augustana is very talented, and they do probably have 3 of the better players in the league. I'm not sure of their ranking, but it's up there. I'm guessing the top 10 to 15 or something like that. And big, physical. The last starting lineup, I think, was nobody under 6'6", like 6'6", 6'6", 6'6", 6'9", 6'9". And they're not just plotters; they're really athletic as well. So it'll be a challenge. We had some success down there in the past, but it's a new year. It's a new group of guys for both squads, and they do a great job of drawing. They probably average close to 2,500 fans. So it's not only their team, but their fans will get behind them, and we've got to be able to handle that as well.
It's the old school stuff.
Right. It's a difficult time because finals has just started, so
Yeah.
we're kind of swamped with that already. But there's all kinds of challenges that we have to be able to get throughout the season. Going on the road, it's just another challenge where we've got to be able to take the opponent's team's best shot and take the shot with the crowd behind them. And sometimes if you got a good crowd behind it, you play a little bit harder. And certainly early in the year, I think all teams are relatively pretty confident, and they want to get wins and they want to be successful. So it's going to be a challenging road trip. Well, usually ankles don't get much worse once you sprain them. It's usually
That's
something where you just gotta
just a sprain. Okay.
you just gotta work through it. And, it might hurt a little bit, but it's not an injury necessarily. He may not be completely at full strength, but certainly having him out there, the threat of having him out there is going to help the other players as well. And he practiced yesterday, and he didn't look too bad. So